files. So obviously the cutting machine of our choice here is the Brother Scan and Cut, which we do have on the show. And you've got 2 bonus files in here as well, which are brilliant. And it is a very fun and eclectic version of things that we've put together with this.
Absolutely. So if I wanted to buy the bundle once I've seen what we've got, how would I do that?
Really easy, super easy to actually buy everything from us. So you can actually watch us on YouTube, and you can watch us on your social media platforms, i.e. Facebook and Instagram. And did you know you can watch us on our
Highlight Crafts website.
Thank you. Oh, this is going to be
we do this a lot.
fun, isn't it? Sorry, Sam. Sam, we're telling Sam, and I'm just diverting a little bit, selling. I was selling Sam.
It's begun.
Telling Sam and Lewis before we came in that Diane and I haven't got very many words at the minute, and they're really upside down, inside out, and back to front.
Yes.
So Sam says to Lewis, she says, "Shall we leave now?"
Yes.
So yes, so you
can.
They're
both tiptoeing out the studio.
Like this. They're just going to leave it. They're just going to pull it forward and leave it sat on a chair. So, there she goes.
She's off.
No,
stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's
So
gonna be
if I want the
override.
bundle,
So if you want the
it?
bundle,
Yeah.
so you bundle, you type in a shop code. So you will do that on your social media
I believe
platforms.
the codes are over this side.
Yes, are they down there?
I got
Yes.
a thumbs up from Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
We've got an I. We don't have an L. We've got an I, and it's at the side, and you get all of the savings. So if you miss the code that we're talking about, don't worry, it will be up on the screen. Lewis will do his best to keep up with us, bless him. I know we do cause him some aggro, but he's quite all right. He's good, our Lewis. He's on it, aren't you, darling?
Sometimes.
So we're not making any promises again.
We will do our best.
But we will do our best. So all you do is type in shop and the code we give you. So the first one is shop bundle.
It is.
Okay, so type in shop bundle in the comments. You will then receive a little notification back from us that says thank you very much for your purchase, and in there is a link. So you open up the comment, there's a little link, click the link, and it takes you straight to your basket on our website. You have to log in. Please log in, especially when you're getting something that is a digital download. It is really important. Now, the reason behind that, and also at that point, you can become a highlighter. So if you're not, log in a few details and you will become a highlighter, because by doing that, it's free and we give you all of the benefits from doing it. So all your purchases from there on will get 10% discount, which is phenomenal when you're logged into your highlight actual account.
Yes.
So the reason I'm saying you need to log in when you've got a digital download is what happens is you're not logged in. So we're going to go down the not logged in route.
Okay.
We're not logged in. You've paid for it. Yeah. Lovely. One, you've not got your discounts or anything like that, but you haven't. You've not logged in. You've downloaded it. You've got your images at home. Something's happened to your tablet or whatever it is that you've downloaded it on.
And you've deleted your email confirmation.
Yeah. Once that's gone, you come back. If you haven't logged in, it's lost forever. Okay? If you log in before you actually then check out, and you check out and then it's a digital download, it sits on your little dashboard within your account.
Yes.
So it just sits there in the background forever. Yeah. So if then something ridiculous happens, you know, you drop your laptop in the bath because you've been sat watching something while you're on all of that. Because
kids
happens.
wipe the USB to put something else on it.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
That stuff.
All of that means that you can then log back in to your account and download it again.
Yes.
So please, any digital format, make sure that you're logged in when you check out. Yes,
absolutely. So if you type shop bundle in the comments on social media or on the website, that's going to pop the SVG files for all of these designs into your basket.
They're amazing.
So you'll see there, we've got the roses, we've got the poppy, we've got the flourishers, we've got the ballerina fairy there.
Fairy,
lovebirds, we've got the mandala. And then we've also got lots and lots of beautiful florals. I love the florals. Now, what you'll also see on here, on the bundle, because most of these designs are available individually. If you can't stretch to the bundle or you just want to have a go with one of them, that's absolutely fine. We'll go through those codes for you in a second. But if you put shop bundle in, this one here that is the dog, which we've got a sample of on the back, and also this one here, which is the scooter, are going to be included in your bundle, and those are not available to purchase at the moment on the website or even on the show. So the only way you can get those two at the moment is in this bundle. Now the bundle is saving you £10 on the price of the 8 that you are buying, and then you're getting those two on top.
So you're getting the roof and the beep beep for free. So that is a bonus download for you. So obviously you're saving £10 on the 8, but if you then think that these are all £5 each, you've got an additional £10 saving, which is brilliant. And when you look at the things that you can actually create when you've got stencils, look at that, isn't that brilliant? So that one has been enlarged and then spritzed through. So stencils and your scan and cut and things like that, I think stencils are one of the most, let me think of the word, cross-pollinating projects or cross-pollinating tool.
I mean, we're not doing bad to say we've not got any words, are you?
No,
Wow.
it cross-pollinates across all of your crafty genres. How about that?
It really does.
That's it, I've done now, I've lost them all.
That's it, she's peaks. But that's the mandala on there, so you can see that because you've got the functionality of the scan and cut, it's actually been turned into a card shape. It's also then been taken into canvas, and we've taken half of the design away to create this beautiful, beautiful fold back card, which is absolutely stunning with any backing papers. So if you imagine, this is done with this is done in soft pinks with baby girl paper, and then you've got another embellishment on there. It's done in bright, vibrant colours with some funky neon embellishments on there. Different cardstock. Change the cardstock, change the papers, and you'll change the look of the project, making exactly the same one over and over and over again. And the beauty of SVG files is the machine will cut it out for you every time, so you're not cutting it yourself, you're not cutting it by hand. Oh, imagine cutting that by hand. You're not using dies, and if you were to use dies, you have the die in the set sizes that we determine. With the scan and cut, I mean, the mats go up to 12 by 24. You get 12 by 12 with it. So you could have this design huge as wall art. You can do so much with it, can't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we've turned it into lots of different things to try and give you as many ideas of how to use the stencils. Because we've said it's a stencil download, because we need to give it a particular name, don't we? We've just given it a name. However, these are just SVG cutting files. So they can be your cards, they can be shadow boxes. So again, I've done some cards, but think of doing these. You've done your cutout of your card, and then mount it and put lights behind them. So turn it into a shadow box and things like that. Then add your acetate behind it, drop alcohol inks onto it, and put it in a window, and then it's
beautiful,
tell me what it is.
It's a
window, stained glass window.
Okay. And the sample you're just looking at there from our Nat Randall is just beautiful. I love the fact that she's just got some delicate colouring on there. This is the one I'm looking at, Amanda. Lovebirds. Really, really beautiful. She's cut the file from Mylar or from cardstock and then used it as a stencil as we've intended for it to be used, which is absolutely beautiful, but you can take it so much further.
Absolutely.
We were just saying before the show, weren't we? If you have got Canvas and you are familiar with Canvas, if you're not, head over to the Highlight Crafts YouTube. There's loads of videos on there. There's playlists on the scan and cut on how to use Canvas and everything you can do with the machine. But you can see here on this one, if I just show you the image of the file as well. So this is the file here, and this is the actual image of the card that we've got. But on the file, you'll see that the bird is actually one whole piece. So you can see there, you've got the little lines for to denote the wings and everything. But this is one piece. So in Canvas, you could take these two birds out and actually have them as separate. You can have them as hanging decorations and anything you wanted. You could take the hearts out and make a full heart backing paper.
You can.
You can make a full 12 by 12 heart stencil of background detail that you can use on all your mixed media projects. That's just one of the designs. I've just noticed that little hanging heart from the branch there.
Isn't it adorable?
You could actually turn that into something as well, couldn't you? Turn that into decorations on the top of a card.
Yep.
Lots and lots of things you can do.
So then these stencils, by taking it into Canvas, is then going to create you more tools. Excuse me. Because then you've got, I'm fine. Because then your machine is making you tools, which is then helping you to craft. But not only, so you've got, your tools are making you extra tools. Now remember, when you've got your scan and cut, some of the other things that you can do is this Mylar, actually, you can put it through your kit and caboodle and stencil with it. It's not really super thick, this one, so it's not the stencil Mylar that we sell you, but it is thick enough that you will still get an impression, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
So you can use these as embossing folders. Now, a trick around that, if you wanted a deep embossing folder, cut it twice out of 250 or 300 GSM cardstock.
Okay.
Stick them both together and run that through your machine, and that is then your embossing folder.
An embossing folder. Wow, incredible. Right, we've got a lot of products on the show. We need to get to the machine.
Yes.
So shall we whiz down the counter?
Yes, please.
And then we'll say a few hellos. We've got lots and lots of people saying hello. So thank you so much for joining us. It's amazing to know we're not here just talking to ourselves, because that would be chaos. Well, I'm not going to say it's not going to be chaos anyway.
No, we're not. I'm not making any promises.
No promises whatsoever. So Amanda's just talked about the Mylar, which is the traditional stencil material. We do have a pack of 10 12 by 12 sheets, and you can see here it's 190 microns, and it's £12.99 for 10 sheets. So that is Shop Mylar in the comments. We've also got some paints for you. Now, these are the Cadence paints, and these are what have been used on the samples. So this is Shop Paint for this beautiful, beautiful kind of antique floral, antique rose colours, isn't it? £12.99. You're saving £12.97 on that bundle of paint. This is Cadence Paint, Style Matte Acrylic. It is stunning paint to work with.
We said earlier, we're not sure that that's the right saving. We think it's more, don't we?
We do think it's more, because I think that it's possibly that there was a deal on this already and we've knocked it down. So I think the saving, if you were to buy the bottles individually, is about £19. But the saving we are declaring on the show, based on the price we've got the bundle on the website at, is £12.97. So you're saving £12.97 on the bundle price, okay?
Which is brilliant.
And don't forget, if you are logged in, you will save another 10% on the prices that we're giving you. Now, we've got Shop Glitter, which is our glitter relief paste from Cadence. See the sparkle in there? That is absolutely gorgeous. Are we going to play with this one tonight? We
haven't got the particular silver one because we're limited on stock, so we don't go opening things.
No, we don't go opening things. No.
We have got a glitter. Do we, Sam? We're not allowed to be opening things.
We get done off our Sam.
We do get done.
Now all that sparkle in that tub is coming to you for £9.99. That is beautiful, and that goes such a long way, doesn't it? Now we've got Shop Paste, and this is our relief paste. So you can see here our restructure paste. Now, Amanda, this one is the one that actually holds its depth.
It does,
am I right?
Yeah. It's really, really good. So the glitter dries transparent, so it's really shiny silver glitter. So it's suspended within that medium.
Yes.
The restructure paste is actually really dense paste. So once you put it through your stencils, it holds exactly that, especially if you lift it straight up like that. It creates a side to it.
Yes, it does, yes.
Okay, so that is brilliant, and it's also flexible.
Now, I have a question on this one, and we may not know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So Shop Paste for £10.99. Could I mix paint into that to change the colour of it? Oh, wow, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Going to want to get one of those in your basket then.
Absolutely can.
And now we've got some gesso on the show, and this is vital for anybody who loves to do upcycling, mixed media. We've got black and white gesso. It creates the base for you to do all of your techniques onto. £11.99. You're saving 99p on buying the two individually there. Amazing value for money.
Brilliant. And again, some gessos, the reason, pick that up.
Okay, it's quite weighty, isn't it? It's very dense.
There we go. There's a good word for it. I was going to say thick, but dense is a far better word. It really is.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's so dense that
that one is as well, isn't it? Whereas that one's a lot lighter.
It's a bit lighter because the medium it's suspended in.
Yeah.
So this is that dense that you can actually use it through your stencils on its own as a medium.
Okay.
It is so good.
Okay.
And then you can still mix it with all your paints as well. So all of the paints that we've got on here, you can add it to a little bit of gesso, which I did this morning, and I've still got my stencil and everything, so I will show you how that has dried.
Okay.
Or you can add a little bit of black to everything as well, so you can darken it or light your colourways.
Okay.
But it is so, so good. It's an incredible gesso. Some gessos that I've had in the past that you can buy from anywhere else, lots of different brands, I've had to put 2 or 3 coats on.
Okay, and this is a 1 coat?
1 coat.
Okay, fabulous. Just a thought I've just had with these two mediums as well is if you were to do that mandala onto a canvas with one of these, you could actually rice paper over the top and get the embossed texture in the rice paper,
you can. And also the restructure paste, if you put it through and then put your stencil back over the top, you can foil onto that as well with your hot foiling pen.
I did not know that. Every day's a school day around here.
It's brilliant. It's beautiful when it does that. Mel and I did that live. We went without a net and we just did it.
We did it live. We were rebels on that one.
Very much.
Right, so Shop Spring, £12.99 for these 4 colours. These are so fresh and beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You've got that lovely green in there that is perfect for spring. You've got the cream and the peach for your daffodils. And then you've got the, what's this one called?
It is
yellow
yellow
green. I was going to say it's almost a pistachio, which is such a popular colour at the moment, isn't it? Popular flavour in puddings as well, but that's a conversation for in a bit.
We always end up talking about food.
What's your favourite pudding flavour, by the way? What's your favourite pudding?
What is your favourite pudding?
Share with us.
How many of you know what my favourite pudding is? And if you don't, well, you should. I talk about it enough.
If my husband was watching, he'd be talking about the pudding that I always talk about when we go to Germany. But it's one of the few words I remember from German, from learning German language.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the German for Black Forest Gatto, because it's Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, because it translates to Black Forest cherry cake. And I have no idea why I still remember that, but every time we go to Germany and he sees it on the menu, he goes, I know what you're having for pudding. Okay, see.
2 of.
2 of, yes, for me. So Shop Ocean, £12.99 for this section. These are your cool tones, but you've got your purple in there, you've got your blue. Beautiful, beautiful colours. And you've got your white. Absolutely vital.
So in this one, you've got your white and your black. It's only in this particular bundle. So if you do want to add a black and white to this matte medium, that's how you're going to go with it. So the style matte in this is beautiful because I try and get it across that. So if you've got a paper pad and it's not coated, you can ink and everything onto it and stamp onto it, This is that kind of feeling that it gives me, but the paint version of it. Okay. So if you've got your acrylics and everything, and you've got a coated cardstock, it's got a sheen to it, hasn't it? Yeah. This is such a flat matte. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Love it. It's one of my favourite paints.
Lovely. And then last on the pastes and things, we've got the Crystal Relief Paste, which is... So tell us about this one, Amanda, because there's a little bit of a shimmer in there and I'm not sure that the camera's actually going to pick that up.
So in here, I have got this to be able to get it out and show you.
Okay. Oh, you can see some of the
beads.
Yes, you can see the beads in there, but we'll have a look at the actual texture of it in a little while, shall we?
That one is all about adding the texture. And if you to put that, sponge it onto glass, it's beautiful.
That one, okay. So Shop Crystal for that one there. So 50% of the Shop Glitter for the glitter texture paste, glitter relief paste, sorry, has allocated, and 20% of Shop Ocean. So if you are looking at that one, you've got £12.99 for all 4 bottles of those are there.
And these are your bigger bottles. So sometimes, generally, you will see us bring a 70ml bottle.
Yes.
These are 120. So throughout it, you're getting 480. So nearly half a litre of paint.
In 4 amazing colours that will tone together beautifully, whether you go with the pinks, which is Shop Paint, the yellows, which is Shop Spring, or the blues, which is Shop Ocean. Now, we've got the Cadence cut and use foam and the stencil glue.
Yes.
We have had a question about using stencil glue, so can you talk us through that when we get to the demo area,
Absolutely.
Please? So the cut and use foam and the stencil glue.
Shop foam.
£10.99, and you're saving 99 pence on that bundle. Why do I want both of these, Amanda? Yes, the little stickers on the floor.
It's on the floor. I wondered what we were looking at. So this is
getting back up when you get down there at our age, isn't it?
Yes, I was just going to say, do you want a hand? So this cut and use foam is incredible across the board for using with all of your Cadent mediums in any of your projects, whether it's using your inking for your backgrounds and things like that, your paints, everything. It is a super, super foam. I've got some pieces already cut so I can show you that. And then the stencil glue is by Pinflair. Now, many moons ago, way back when we were using our mats and things for our Brother Scan and Cuts, it's one of the few things that is a consumable is your mat and your blade. Okay, you will purchase mats and you will purchase blades extra, other than USBs, but obviously you're going to keep those. But they are your consumables because one, your blade does get blunt after a while, so you will need to change it, and two, your mat gets to the point where it goes baggy. And then so whatever is on there, it goes to like a dome. Gets a little bit baggy in the middle. And that's the nature of it. Because it's plastic, it does end up going a bit baggy and stretches. But that's what it's made for. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay. But you can extend the life of your mats by using the stencil glue. Now, the lovely Mel was in the studios once upon a time long ago and went to our fabulous Christine from Pinflair. Now, Pinflair have been glue experts for the best part of 30 years plus.
Absolutely, yeah.
They are, it is one of the names in craft that it's become, if you say, I want some glue, a lot of people, like you've got a vacuum, a lot of people say they're going to hoover.
Yes.
The name of the glue has become what it is. Yeah. People will say, have you got any Pinflair? That's what they talk about.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a really super quality brand. Yeah. And she said, yes, I've got some stencil glue. That might retack your mat. So Mel did a little bit of experimenting with some old mats to make sure she could actually get it to work properly. Yes. Then she went to Brother and approached Brother and said, we need this. Can you please give us permission to use this? She showed them that it would be used correctly. Yep. And they went, yes, absolutely, you can use that. So that is the only one that Brother has given us permission to retack the mats with.
Yes, absolutely. Any other, there's no guarantee it's not going to get on your rollers, get in the machine and all of that. And this one, Mel tested and tested and tested before she went to Brother, and that is the one that you need to use.
Yeah, that's the only one that they say.
I believe there's a video on our, sorry, I'm talking over you there. I believe there's a video on our YouTube of how to actually retack your mat with that with our Mel. So if you go to Highlight Crafts YouTube, there is a video showing you how to do that as well. We also have the universal pen holder on the show. Yes. Which is shop holder at £21.47. Now, I'm going to guess that this holds a pen in the scan and cut.
It does.
But why do I want one of those in there? Because it's a cutting machine.
No, it draws. It draws as well. Okay. So all of these files that we're going to use, I've got some demos already done. Okay. I'm going to show you how you use your universal pen holder, because it's one of those tools that I don't think you get it and you get really excited and then you put it away because you forget about it. Okay. And I want to just reinvigorate it again and bring it back out there, just like we're going to be doing with the embossing and things like that, the embossing tool, because it's really important, because yes, it scans and yes, it cuts, but it does so many more things as well.
So we do have the scan and cut on the show tonight. So shop machine, we'll pop that into your basket with £131.99 saving at $499.99. You will get your 10% discount off that. So please register if you are buying a machine. Now, I know we've had a lot of people buy their machines this week because we had a mega deal on it on Tuesday. And I know Carol said that she's had her machine today. Everybody's very excited. So we will go through some of the basics of the machine while Amanda's talking about the stencils. But let's get into a demo. And we've got so many comments here. And everybody's telling us about their favourite puddings as well now. So this is my first time in here since we've had a corner. Do we need to do-si-do or am I?
No, you're all right.
Am I all right? Yeah, okay.
Unless you want to demo.
No, I'm all right. I'm like a lot of you guys out there. I've never touched one of these machines, but I'm fascinated by it. So, Amanda, it's your time to convince me while I look at what I'm having for pudding tonight.
I do believe. Am I right, Lewis, with this? Oh, do you know, it's rubbish with this memory loss thing, the brain fog. Yeah. Is it? Does it come with the education bundle still with this one?
Yes.
Right, lovely. Yes. So you will get educational downloads. So if you do pop this in your basket and get this tonight and treat yourself, because it is a phenomenal machine, you will get that added bonus of the education bundle in here as well. Now, this is actually my machine, okay? It says so on the side of the thing there. Okay, so this is mine, my own one. Here she is.
Amanda Jane Carpenter.
It's my baby. This is my actual machine. So I like when you like having a pair of scissors. You like using your own, don't you?
You do, yeah.
So in this one, when we're talking about our stencil bundle, absolutely we can create stencils, but we can draw them. Okay, when you've got your universal pen holder, so now you're creating colouring files. But the machine, you can actually set it to infill and it will colour it in for you.
Blimey. Okay. Didn't know that bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will colour it in as well. But that's also in the videos.
In the videos. Videos.
So
you could Moodle in that.
You can Moodle in that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can get your pens out and do watercolour on this. So you can draw, it will draw onto watercolour cardstock.
Oh,
so I could have done that onto watercolour cardstock, and then I can go in with my watercolour pencils and things and colour it in.
Okay.
So the versatility of having these files, please don't think of it as just a file that does one thing, because it absolutely doesn't. And of course, with it being the scan and cut, you can resize it. So I've resized it and made it smaller, and I wouldn't cut this because this is beyond the cutting capability because of how fine this is.
Yeah.
But when it goes this small, it doesn't stop it drawing. Yep. So I've then gone ahead and made this triptych card as a DL and created that. So we've drawn the actual stencil, we've made a card, multiplied it and made it smaller. But then, obviously, you can actually cut a stencil, would you believe?
Who'd have thought it?
Who'd have thought it? Okay, so you can actually turn it into a stencil. So all of those, that is one file, and I've done all of those different things with it. So earlier on, I did a few things. So again, this is the tulip. So all I've done with the tulip is I've cut it out, matte and layered it onto foam tape, and that's the actual size of the stencil. I've not enlarged it or anything, I've just kept it as it is, okay? And then layered it on. So as a stencil, that has now become a card front. But then because, again, it's the scan and cut, I've reduced it and I flipped it. So that is now a reversed image. It's not the same one. It's smaller and it's reversed, okay? So that's two different ways. Again, so how many ways? Are you keeping count of what we can do with this?
No.
Now I've cut it out of... You lost count.
One,
Take
2,
your socks
3,
off.
4, 5.
Now I've cut it out of card, because obviously you do have your mylar, but you can do a quick cut out of card. And those mediums that we've got, water it down a little bit with a little bit of water. Use your card on here, and these are going to be journal pages.
Yep.
So I've got sheets of paper that I will bookbind together, and I'll have a lovely little edge on here as well that I can do.
Lovely.
So that's another way of using them. Then I've taken one of the frames. Where's my black cardstock gone? One of those. I've duplicated it 4 times, rotated it round, and I've created one large square. So that is one that's now in 4. So then you create in pieces that when you've got a queue, you can now have home decor.
Is anybody else trying to work out which square Amanda did that on earlier?
No, it's on a card.
Okay, just checking.
They did say that earlier in Craft Club. June says, you know these cupboard doors, can we all have a square each and colour it in? I went, no.
No, I think David would have something to say. Now, guys, if you are thinking, okay, I've just got my scan and cut, and I know Amanda's telling me I can do all these amazing things, but how do I do them? Education is all over our YouTube. There are playlists for the SDX and playlists for the CM machines as well. So if you do have those CM machines, we've got education for you guys as well to be able to use these stencil files. So there's loads and loads of videos with Amanda, there's Mel, David's got some on there as well, showing you how to use the scan and cut. Also, the 3rd of February, I don't know if we said this yet. Have we said this yet? Anyway, so 3rd of February, Mel's going to be doing a Facebook Live. Sam's nodding, so I think we've said it out loud. Okay. Mel's going to be...
No, I said it.
Mel has said it. Cool. Okay. So Mel's going to be doing a Facebook Live for, basically it's going to be your first hour with your scan and cut. We're going to get one out of the box. We're going to do the first things with it. And that's going to be a Facebook Live on the 3rd of February. So, yeah.
That's exciting,
That's
isn't it?
very exciting.
I really like that.
Yeah. So we've got lots and lots of education out there for you. So we are going to show you lots that you can do with it. We're going to do some stuff with it, but don't worry about having to remember what we're saying tonight.
No, because I know I'm going a little bit quick, but I just want to show you the potential of getting that bundle, because you're paying £30 for the files, which is phenomenal, but the versatility and what you can create with it knows no bounds, okay? So this is then the style mat, and I wanted to do it on black, and this is what I was saying about when you've got an uncoated cardstock.
But that's on black.
But it looks printed.
So did you put a white underneath that first?
Nothing.
I genuinely didn't know that the style mat was that vivid on black cardstock.
It's beautiful.
That is stunning.
But it looks printed, doesn't it?
It does look printed.
It doesn't look like it's a paint at all.
Is there any texture to it?
Tiny little bit.
Tiny little bit of texture. But yeah, it does look printed.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So that's what you're working with those style mats. It's one of my favourite things to be able to work with because it is a true uncoated flat finish, which is stunning. Love, love, love it.
Okay.
Then we've used it little, we've used it as is, and then we made it really big.
Really big, little and large.
Okay, so you can make them bigger. And of course, when you then make them bigger, this is then if you want to for your home decor. Maybe you're upcycling a piece of furniture and it's a wardrobe.
Yeah, we had a lady in today. She was in at Craft Club Karen. She said that she's feeling brave enough to paint a Welsh dresser.
Oh.
So she was talking about which cadence paint she was going to use. So, and actually she was at Craft Club today and those guys used these stencils.
They did.
Guys, if you're watching, please put your pictures of your makes from Craft Club today in the comments so everybody can see what you made with these stencils because you guys had a sneak peek and a play with them today.
Anne, Karen, Josie,
Wendy,
Anne, Karen, Josie, Wendy, June, all of you. Gosh, she'll kill me now.
She's going to have you for that.
I know. Or can you just put your pictures, take a quick picture and pop them in the comments because what you made were beautiful.
Yeah.
And then this is it, as used as a stencil. But can you see that is gesso? Can you see how deep a texture it is? I mixed it with the gesso today, earlier on, and that's how it's dried. And that's the style mat. Mixing it with gesso has made it a flat colour.
Okay.
It's still kept it matte. It hasn't made it shiny. But you've got a lot, you can really feel the texture on that, and that is the gesso and the paint mixed together. Okay. So all of those paints are going to mix with everything else, but I am going to use the crystal, but we're going to do it in different ways.
Right, okay. I'm gonna talk puddings to you while we're doing that. So there's lots and lots of puddings. I've seen a few people talking about making rice pudding in their slow cookers and saying it's delicious. Now, somebody also has said that she made rice pudding in her air fryer and it wasn't as good as in the slow cooker. So that's interesting.
Okay.
And Carol Lewis, I love rice pudding with banana. That is one of my favourites. It's proper comfort, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I always say, I also put a couple of little a couple of dark chocolate chips in mine and swirl it in once it's melted a bit.
She tips it and then goes, oops.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Never mind, I'll have to use them now.
I'll have to eat all 45 of them.
Yeah, I can't fish them out, so it's in when it's in. Do you like, when you make your own, do you do it with condensed milk and evaporated milk and things like that? Ooh. And do you do it thick enough that you can make it into slices?
Wowzer. So that's not like that Bakewell.
My grandma, that's what my grandma, she used to make it in a loaf tin every morning for my brother, for my dad and his brothers, so my uncles. It was in a loaf tin, and you used to be able to tip it out and slice it. It stuck to the inside of your ribs.
So
that's a Derbyshire saying.
That is a Derbyshire saying. So Angie, hubby made rice pudding a few nights ago. Oh, it was Angie who said it was not as good in the slow cooker.
Oh, that's interesting.
Stephanie,
just need the bin.
Oh yeah, sorry. Stephanie Best has said she likes the old favourites. Lady after my own heart, jam roly-poly, spotted dick, custard, absolutely every single time. And somebody's got an ice cream maker, fabulous. I think Hannah's had one of those as well.
Who's got an ice cream maker?
I don't know. Well, somebody's favourite pudding at the moment. So Wendy's favourite pudding at the moment is toffee and pecan roulade. Ooh, where'd you get that from, Wendy? Let us know.
That's their posh shop.
Pauline's telling me I need a scan and cut. I know, Pauline, but I'm just...
Mel's tried, we're all trying. We're all very trying, but Mel has tried very hard, hasn't she?
Yes.
So I've put a little bit of stencil glue on the back of there. I'm going to pop it on here. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Oh, Wendy's just said she gets brain fog as well, because we're all... Well, not we, are all at what Wendy says is a delicate age. But Wendy,
I'm fed up of it, Wendy.
We are, yeah. We're a bit done with it now, aren't we?
Yes.
But yeah, the tea bags are actually really nice.
What tea bags?
The fancy tea bags I've got.
When did we end up to? Have I gone to sleep at some point, not been aware of the tea bag stories?
It was on a Facebook Live that me and Stephanie did the other day. I mentioned the tea bags. But yeah, they're very nice. I will put a picture of them on my Facebook and let everybody know. I love the brand. The brand's called Mother Cuppa.
I'm glad you said that.
I said it very slowly. But they are really nice.
I'm so pleased you said that.
Lots of people are talking about brain fog. Yeah, we're with you, ladies. We are with you. But yeah, so many people talking about the cadence paste. Amanda mentioned one particular, the glitter paste, and Amanda loves the glitter paste.
Love it. I'm going to use all of this in a minute. So with your cadence, you can also make your own sprays, okay, with your extender, and you can do this again with your style mat. I have made these at home with my style mat, and it comes out like a, please help me, Tim Holtz, 2 ink pads.
Distress?
No.
Spritz?
No. Oxide.
Oxide, okay.
You know your oxide that's the chalky finish? Thank you. It just even looking at you gave me the inspiration.
I was trying. I'm okay.
I'm really sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, it's like an oxide. So it comes out even as a flat spray as well as a spritzer. So you need your extender for that one. Get yourself some spritzer bottles. So I've mixed this, and this is our glitter, sparkly ones. What are they called? Doras. Keep looking at I am really sorry, everybody.
We've got a special message, Amanda.
Oh!
From a lovely lady that we all know called Sarah Gray.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
She said, will you tell Amanda and Diane to leave me a machine under the counter? No one will know. Not this one. It's got AJC on the end.
Yeah, you can't have that one. We'll put one on that says SG on it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to spritz. Now, I apologise. Let's put some spray.
Oh, Hannah's confirmed that the tea bags are very nice.
What are these tea bags? No, you've given me. Is that what you've put on my desk that was a present the other morning?
No, they were the other ones. They were the winter flavour vanilla ones. Yeah. Now, these ones are the ones that help with brain fog and stuff. But yeah, I've not tried them enough yet to know. Oh, look at that!
Are they working?
Yeah, we'll find out in the next day or two, won't we? They taste nice though.
So, I'm just going to leave it a second. I'm going to do a David waft. Just
Is
to
that
dry
a technical term?
Yes, he does wafting. So I'm just going to take that off. Oh, you're not seeing the reveal. Easy to see the reveal.
Carol Lewis, I'm in your camp on this one. She's just said that she knows somebody who's been on diets all her life and has just turned 70, is still depriving herself of anything nice. A nice cake really isn't going to hurt. I mean, obviously, eat cake responsibly and all of that malarkey, but if you want a cake and you can have a cake, have a cake.
Yeah, it's what did my mum? What's the saying, Diane? A little bit of what you fancy. Cake, everybody. Now stop it. I can hear you all.
I was just thinking, where on earth is she going with this one? Right, anyway, back to
what you fancy.
Look at that. That is beautiful, Amanda.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
So what did you put in that spritz? Just say that again.
So in the spritz bottles, and you can do this with your style mat as well.
Yeah.
It's extender or blender. Either one works. Your cadence, a little bit, and then a little tiny blob of your paint in there. Mix it up, put it in a spritz where you can see how that is. When you're shaking it, please go like that, side to side. And sometimes I'll put a bead in the bottom.
Oh, is that because you don't want it to go up?
You don't need it blocking the actual spritzer, okay? So these spritzer bottles, super cheap to get, and then you can mix your own spritzers.
Okay. So we could do that with style mat and have a matte finish instead of a metallic finish.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at that.
Okay. Beautiful.
So that is another way of using and creating stencils. Yeah. Now you can create another stencil with this by bringing on several of them onto one 12 by 12, making smaller, bigger and odd sizes, and then doing it again. So you've got a real diverse, background. So moving on from that, so we've done that one.
And with a design like this where it's symmetrical, what you could actually do is I guess you might need to use canvas for this for lining up. If you took it so that the centre point was over the edge of your mat, or you cut it so that the centre point is over the edge of the mat and do it the same on the other side, you could actually start to create your own repeat patterns, couldn't you?
Lots of, absolutely.
And then you can do huge
and
pieces
again,
of furniture and walls and things.
Education, education, education. Mel has done so, I don't even want to add up how many hours of education Mel has put on there now for us all to use. So now, same stencil. Okay, I've got a little bit of waste on there, and we're going to go in with the crystal. So this is mine that I've been using.
Ooh,
my lid's glued.
Mitch's hubby is a baker.
Get that quiet.
I know, all this time we've known you, Mitch, and you've not told us that. Not on any of my shows anyway. I'd have remembered that, definitely.
I'd have remembered that as well.
Lovely.
Kind of baking, does it? Is it like, you know, like James Martin kind of baking, fancy baking, or is he all about the bread and things? We need more information, Mitch.
As long as it tastes all right. You know what? We're all happy, aren't we? We've got lots of people watching tonight.
So in this is your crystals.
Okay.
Okay. So in here, you can see that you've got. Can you actually pick up those little bits, those little beads? So I'm going to pick up some of that.
Quite a lot on there, Amanda.
Yeah, you put more on. You can. It's easier to take it off.
Okay.
Okay. So pop it on there. Can you hear it?
Oh, it's a bit scratchy.
That's because of all
Because of the crystals.
crystals that are in it.
Lovely.
I'm not going to go through all of this, but can you hear?
Yeah.
Isn't that? I love that. Because we've actually got medium on the stencil, I can lift that off now. Look at that.
Look at that. So is that going to dry with that
Like
depth,
that.
or will it dry flat?
No, it will dry exactly
So
as it is.
So it's still a relief paste,
Yes.
even though it's the glitter one?
It will be exactly
Wow,
like that.
okay, that
it's
is
just that it's
beautiful.
got extra texture in it. So you can actually then see, can you actually, if I do that, can you see them pieces, Sam?
I'm hoping you can see the depth as well. I'm guessing you can because we've got Sam on camera, so
She's a bit good with the
get it
camera.
all, isn't she?
Look at that. So these pastes are phenomenal. So one, you can spritz through it. Then we've used the structure, that crystal paste. Okay, so let's pop that to one side.
What's that like on black?
Shall we have a little
Are we going for it? Are we doing it?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Are we doing
I
it?
need stencil first.
Do you know what? I'm loving all the love in the comments tonight, guys. There's so many lovely people on there. We've got Amanda, Jill, Wendy, Angie, Mitch, Carol, Fran, Julie, Sue, Pauline, Jenny, Stephanie, Sarah, Stephanie Best.
Oh.
I don't know, our Stephanie might be there. She's just not commented yet. She might be making notes. Amanda, Sue, Wendy, the lovely Sarah. I think we've got Hannah on comments tonight because she's mentioned about getting an ice cream maker. And I think I don't know anybody else who said they've had an ice cream maker.
Hannah
Alison,
can't have one.
Jonathan's here as well. You can have dairy-free ice cream, you know.
Oh, all right then.
It is allowed.
I'm just
It
making
is a
sure.
thing.
All right, because Anna's not allowed that. I mean, no. Are you ready
She gets
again?
done, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah, she does get done a lot because she's naughty. If she weren't naughty, she wouldn't get done.
Simon might be watching.
She's really good at work, Simon.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Isn't that lovely?
That is beautiful.
And I can. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely love these pastes. The things that you can actually do with these is brilliant.
Carol's just said it looks like a puff paint kind of thing, but you don't need to get your heat gun out or anything to puff it up. It's
Absolutely
really,
not.
really lovely.
So some of that medium will actually dry. It will disappear. What's
clear?
Thank you.
See, when you lose your words, I have to try and think of what you were saying, and then remember what the rest of the bit is.
Oh dear, it dries clear.
Okay. Yeah, you can see it. It's actually starting to dry a little bit just there.
But you still get all those little pieces and beads that you can see. So the texture is brilliant. So like Diane said earlier, all of these you can then rice paper over the top of, and it comes up beautifully because you can see it adds texture underneath things as well. So that is it on the black.
Beautiful. What I think we should do is with that one, I might put it on the side so we keep it safe and don't actually put anything on top of it.
No.
Because I think we should take a picture of that in the morning to show everybody how it's dried.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wait, we'll do a before and after on the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then have them too as well. And we'll do a bit of a show and tell.
I'm going to put them on the chair so that I don't, because I almost put them on top of the thing I just said I'm not going to put anything on top of.
Oh, just bear with.
So, yes, so we are thinking it dries clear.
Yes.
And yeah, so
It does.
I'm just going to remind everybody of the code for the stencils.
Yes, please.
So we have shop bundle is the code for all of the stencils. So that's where you get all 8. I'm just going to nip down there with our Sam. So you get all 8 of the stencils plus the 2 bonus ones. So the roses and the mandalas, the poppy and the borders. This flourishing rose here, those borders, the fairy and the lovebird, they're the ones you're buying, and these to the scooter and the little pupster there. I'm just going to spin this round, Sam, so you can see there the little pupster peeking out from under his blanket. Those 2 are the ones that aren't available on the show and you can only get if you buy this bundle. Now, if you want to buy them individually, we do have them individually. So we have a shop poppy, we have shop rose, shop decorative, which I think is that one, that's the decorative rose. Yeah. And then we have the shop mandala, shop border. I'm going to go with this one. That one? That one? Yep. So that one is shop border. So that makes that one shop embellishment, shop fairy, and shop love. So they're the ones that you can buy independently if you just want to get one stencil and spend £5 tonight to try some of the techniques that Amanda's shown you. But the best value, because you're going to save £10 and you're going to get these 2 bonus ones, is shop bundle, because that's going to give you that best save and the best value for money. I'm going to go back to Amanda, but Lewis, do you mind if I walk slowly back and give some shop codes while I'm going? Yeah. So we have got the Mylar on the show that you've just seen Amanda using. So this is the material that Amanda's used to create the stencils. It's 190 microns and you get in 10 sheets of 12 by 12. You can make so many stencils. If you make smaller ones, you can cut this down with your guillotine. And if you make the larger ones, obviously you're going to get 10 stencils out of there. But you can actually use that, like I say, trim it down, make borders, make smaller designs. We've got shop paint for the pink sets of style mat there. Absolutely beautiful, $12.99. Shop glitter. Now, we did have a stock update on that one, Ellie. That was half the stock, wasn't it?
It's just gone.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, we're going to take that one away. So shop glitter. So we've got shop paste, which is the restructure paste, which is the one that gives you the really deep texture. We've got shop gesso for the black and white gesso, which is your one coat medium there, which Amanda's voiced that you can use through stencils as well, which I didn't realise. I thought you had to use it as a base coat.
Nope.
Shop spring for the beautiful vibrant greens and yellows in there on the style mats. Again, these are the paints Amanda's been using, so you've seen how matte these are. They're absolutely beautiful. Shop ocean, which is your blue, your purple, and then your black and white, which are vital for when you're doing your colour mixing. £12.99 for these 4 bottles of paint, which is incredible value for money. The crystal relief paste, which this is the one you were just using, isn't it, Amanda?
Was. Yep.
Crystal relief paste. So you can see those little bobbles in the bottom there, the little beads. But Amanda, that is the one Amanda's just used on the black card and the white card. £8.99 for that tub. And you've seen how little she's used and how much she's put back into the tub when she's done that. Shop crystal. For the universal pen holder, it's shop holder. So that gives you the holder to hold. Well, we'll talk about that one in a minute, shall we? We'll talk a bit more detail about that one. That's £21.47, but it turns your cutting machine into a drawing machine. And then we've got shop foam, which is for your cadence cut and use foam for applying your paints and inks and things, and also your stencil glue, which is from Pinflair. And this is the one that you are allowed by Brother to use to retack your mats, and you can use this cut and use foam to retack your mat. Again, there's a video on our YouTube showing you how to do that with Armel. And then we have the machine on the show as well, which is shop machine. This is your scan and cut machine. It's £499.99 today, with £131.99 saving, because you're getting hours and hours of education. How many hours is it, Amanda? Is it over 8 hours?
It's over 8 hours worth of education,
yes,
yeah.
With Armel.
Armel takes you from literally opening the box and making your first cut right through, and also then goes through to helping you with a little bit of, I want to say cadence, but it's not. Canvas.
Canvas, yes. Yes, there's lots of canvas education on there as well. And you can get all of your questions in for that Facebook Live on the 3rd of February.
Yes, please.
And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be doing lots of other scan and cut clinics now that we're getting going with this one.
I've chosen now for the next bit, still sticking with the same stencil because I want to show you how versatile this is. Now you can apply, so I've gone with my Style Matte paint. I've got 4 different colours of same one. You can apply it with a brush like this, okay? Which, it's okay, isn't it, when you're putting it on with a brush like that? That's all right.
Maybe it's all right.
Shall we use the right job tool?
Yeah, let's use the right tool for the job. I am just going to go through a couple of these comments, Amanda, because we've got some questions coming in. So Amanda's just said, when I forget my words, everyone just looks at me till I remember, but I don't, so I walk away. Fair enough. Sarah's saying that she has bought some of the printable rice paper because she can see all these lovely things with rice paper on them. And then Josie says, hello, lovely ladies, doing a great job.
Hi, Josie.
Alison has said, I feel like I've missed a comment or something here, because Alison has said, do you need to use the famous long word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Maybe we can remember that one.
Well, we can remember that one. It's what did I say earlier? It disappears. I couldn't remember the word. Clear.
And then Mitch has said, fandabidozy works too. Yeah. Sarah has asked, can you colour the crystal relief paste?
Yes.
Okay.
In a word.
And then Wendy says, talk about brain fog. I have been looking for something for 2 days, just looked at my desk and it's there. Bless you, Wendy. We feel it. Totally get you.
Honestly.
So many times I come back downstairs nowadays and say to my husband, do you know why I went upstairs? And he's just like, no. I'll sit down and go, that's what it was, and get back up again.
Just a minute, I'll be back momentarily. All right. There are some, Diane and I giggle about some of the comedians that are out there, and there's one particular lovely comedian, and now his name has gone from my mind, and I can't tell you who it is.
The one we were talking about earlier?
No.
Peter Kay?
No.
Michael McIntyre? No, that's the one we were talking about earlier.
He does the one where it's when I'm cleaning windows.
Oh.
Ethan, if you're watching, can you help me? That's my son. We watch him for a lot of different ones. And he does one where he says, women of a certain age, he says, you can be sat in your room and my wife will come in and she'll be all busy and she'll come in and she'll go, and she'll be having a conversation with herself, entirely with herself.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she'll go, oh, do you remember what's her name? And think it's, and what's, and oh, thank you very much. Oh, right, okay, yeah. And then disappears. And then he sits there and goes, was I involved in that conversation?
My husband's life these days. So
was I supposed to be?
It's looking like Sam kind of knows who Amanda's talking about. I have no idea. If you know in the comments, please let us know.
Yeah, because I've forgotten.
Lee Evans.
Yes, thank you.
Lee Evans. Lee Evans, yeah, he's funny as well, isn't he?
Oh, I love him.
So, a question from Janice.
Yep.
Is the pen holder the same as the one for the CM machine?
Universal pen holder, I believe it is for all the machines.
It does have I'll have a look on the box for you, Janice, because it does say Scan and Cut DX and Scan and Cut on the box. So let's have a look.
Shall we do a reveal of these lovely Style Matte paints?
Oh, that's pretty.
Look at that.
It's kind of Moroccan, isn't it?
Isn't that beautiful? And I've got that beautiful crisp line because I've used the right tool.
But do you know what? The texture you've got from using that cut and use foam, it almost looks like you've painted with
flocking
or with sand or something.
Yep.
It's got such an amazing
texture. The Style
texture.
Matte is I adore these paints because, again, you would think that that is a printed piece of cardstock.
You would, absolutely. Now, I'm not going to say for sure that the universal pen holder is for the CM machines. I believe it is. Lewis, would you mind popping something in the WhatsApp chat to see if Mel is home yet and if she can answer the question for us, please? Yep. Because it has the Scan and Cut logo as well as the DX logo. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say I believe it does, but I don't want to promise it. So we're going to do that right now
for
you.
So let's do a bit of drawing.
By the end of the show, when I do find out, I'll jump back on the show and find the comment and reply to you, Janice.
Mm-hmm. Now, your universal pen holder. So,
see, I thought the same as Pauline. She said George Formby, cleaning windows.
It was, but that is the guy that does the song Cleaning Windows. But Lee Evans takes him off and does the song, and it was the comedian I was after, not George.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
see, me and Pauline were there.
They're not going to let me keep doing this. I'm sure they're not. They're going to say, I'm sorry, but your words have... Anyway. So your universal pen holder comes in 2 pieces. Okay. Brilliant.
Okay, so it says universal pen holder. I am going to ask what I feel like is going to be a stupid question, but what pens can I use with it? Because it says it's universal.
Yes. So what happened was Brother, so when we started using this and Brother, it all came out, they kept coming to us and saying, because it draws, it got the drawing feature, it kept coming up and saying, oh, we've run out of minutes.
We have run out of minutes. Let's just quickly do
just
this one then.
This.
Yeah.
We're all right. Nobody else here. We do what we want now, can't we? So they said, we don't do pens, we don't make pens, we don't make pen holders, we don't make pens. You do get some pens with this when it comes, and the little pen holder that you get is a little tiny one like this and little tiny short pens.
Okay.
But everybody kept saying, can you make us a pen holder for this pen? Can you make us one for this pen? Can you make us one for this? All these different brands of pens, and so they came up with the universal one, okay? So the universal one will take your microfibers and things like that. Obviously your big, thick...
Pro markers and
all
things
of that,
like
it doesn't because they're too thick. But anything like what I would classify as a standard pen barrel, it will take.
Like a drawing or a writing pen rather than a colouring pen particularly,
So your alcohol ones, and especially if they're funny shapes, they're definitely not going to go in there, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is take this off, and it is, all the instructions are on there. Now, I tend to, when I've got a really shiny barrel like this, I do tend to put a little bit of tape on there.
I did wonder what that was for.
Because in here, if I show you inside, can you see the little black ring? That's a little piece of rubber. It's a rubber ring, okay? What happens is that when I actually do this in a second, so the first thing you need to do is line up and slot that in there. So your 2 little arrows go to your arrows on here. Yep, can you see those? Yeah, really easy. So you need both pieces. So I'm going to put my pen in. I'm going to slide it till it stops.
So are both pieces in the box?
They are, yeah. So you need both of them. Don't do it as I used to watch somebody that they do this and then guess. You actually need both pieces.
Okay, so that's not just a piece of packaging. That's for making sure it's in the right position.
Please don't throw it away.
Okay.
So it goes down. You will end up getting marks on it because it goes all the way down till the nib stops, okay? Then on here, you've got your grey bar. You can see an arrow goes up. It goes to that way and it goes back down. And then here you can see you've got teeth. Yeah. So you do exactly that. And that's got a lock in it. So if you can see, I'm going to lift it, turn it until it stops. Yeah. Can't go anymore. I'm going to drop the teeth in position. This bar at the top, I'm now going to put the handbrake on and twist it. Now that twisting, what that has done, has pressurised that little rubber ring on the inside so it doesn't move anymore.
Right, okay. So that's gripping the pen now.
It's now gripping the pen. So that's where it needs to be.
Okay.
Now that you have to do that bit because now I'm going to take my blade out and it drops into your housing just as if you're putting your blade back in, okay? And put it down. And that's how it is. But it now knows on the back of all these things, let me take it out again so I can show you, when it's your embossing tool, etc., just like your mats have got the codes on so it knows what mat it's reading, it knows these are barcodes on the back of the pens.
Oh, I see. That's clever, isn't it?
Okay, so you put this on, it knows what it is, because over here, if you look over here, you've got receiver pieces, and they move, they're little teeth that move up and down, okay? So once they're depressed, it knows which combination.
Perfect, yeah.
So it knows what it's got in the holder, okay?
Tracy's just said that she's heard Mel say that if your pen's a little bit thin, then put a little bit of tape around it. So like Amanda's done on this one to make it a bit more grippy, put some tape around it to thicken the barrel so that the holder will hold onto your pen.
Absolutely, correct.
And Mitch has said... I'm going to say other pens are available, but Mitch has said fine line and Sharpies work fab in the scan and cut.
Absolutely.
But you can even use a pencil in the universal holder. That's always going to be my next question. Thanks, Mitch. I was going to ask about pencils.
When you're doing your pencils, the only thing is, obviously, when a pencil is drawing, the lead runs out.
Yeah, see, I was wondering whether it might drag a little bit. But...
No, it doesn't drag. So after so long, you'll have to watch it because you might have to take it out and read. Because obviously, when you're drawing with a pencil, the lead gets short. You have to sharpen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why the fibre tip pens are the better ones to use, but you can absolutely use your pencils.
Okay.
You just have to keep taking it out and sharpening
Great.
it.
Okay. Right. And then we've got some lovely comments about tonight's show. Thank you, guys. And thanks so much for joining in the conversation, everybody. I do apologise that we've started talking about menopause again, but you know what? Every woman's going to experience it. So
we need it to be out there.
We need it to be out there, and I am perfectly open. If anybody wants to talk to me about it, just message me. Joanne Phillips has said that she has both CM and SDX models, and the universal pen holder fits both of them.
Yes,
thank you, Joanne.
I did think it did.
Where was Fran put a lovely comment in?
So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to set this drawer in. So like you would as normally, so I've got it on my image. I'm going to keep going through. When it says please select, you've got all these lovely different things to pick.
I'm just going to remind you we did run out of time 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say start, so it's now going to draw.
Okay.
So let's just let it draw for
Yeah,
it. So just going to take a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody, for running over. I do apologise, but...
I mean, there's nobody waiting in the next studio. It's all right. It's, but
when you've got something like this, you need... we get excited.
We do get very excited. We've got lots of lovely comments about the show, so thank you for joining in. Fran has said, what a fab evening it's been. Lovely demos and great conversation. Got to say, thank you guys for joining in the conversation in these shows, because it's a new way of us bringing your craft in, it's a new way of us bringing your products in, it's a new way of you guys watching, but also, you know, when you used to watch on TV, you could email in, you could message in, and your comments and everything would get read out, but actually this interaction, it's a whole new way, isn't it? I absolutely love it. And I love that, I mean, we go off, when we're together, we go off on some real tangents. So yes, apologies again if we have. But, Angie said it's wine o'clock for her now. But yeah, everybody's saying they don't mind. And Mitch has just dropped in with a question saying, Amanda, where did you get your stylus What's It? Oh, that's one of your rebattable pens.
My pointer, I'm not sure I've put that in. I think I've moved it when I put it in. I'm going to see if it's actually drawing in a second. So that is my error, not the machine error, if it hasn't drawn it properly. My stylus has gone missing. So the rubber outer pens I can use on here. I think I've moved it when I put it in there. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, I'm just saying that I had. Oh, no, it just caught there.
So Bridget has... I was a bit confused by this comment because Bridget has said plumber's tape. And I was a bit confused and I thought maybe she meant to text her husband or somebody. But actually, no, I think she's talking about the tape that she puts around the pens in the universal pen holder.
So in here, when you take your universal pen holder out as well, it does draw because I did one earlier. That is my mistake because I moved it when I put it in. Okay. Now to take it out, don't just go and break that. That will ruin all the mechanism in here and you've got springs and things. The first thing you do is take the handbrake off. Okay. Turn that, lift it up. So I'm going to do it properly. There we go. So that's released it, okay? Lift it up and take that before you take your pen out. If you don't, there are springs and things inside here and you will sprain the spring. So please, handbrake on and off and then use this, lifting it up and rotating it before you put in and take away. Because it's just a super machine. And the fact that you can draw and colour in everything that we've done just from 8 stencils today.
I mean, that's so much you've done from one stencil, haven't you?
Just one. That's one of them.
One stencil.
Absolutely brilliant.
Amazing.
So the drawing and everything you can do with this. And remember, it doesn't just draw, it embosses and it foils as well.
So Pauline says, don't worry about running over. TV's rubbish anyway.
What's on? Oh, is there not nothing?
There's probably not nothing much on, is
Us. We're on.
We're on. And everybody's saying it's good in this day and age that we can talk openly about issues. It's good for mental health to talk about it. And I'm actually feeling a little bit emotional because you guys have been so lovely tonight.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. It's been amazing. So yeah, let's keep talking, ladies. Let's keep talking.
Let's keep talking.
And gents, if you have any questions, you know there are ladies in your life. If you've got any questions, feel free.
Yeah, join in with the chat.
I'm not an expert. I'm just going through it. I will talk to you about my experience, and then And you know what? Maybe we should do a Facebook Live one day and just have a chat.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I know it's going off a piece a little bit, but
I need to apologise to Lewis on this one
yeah,
because we've
sorry,
been
Lewis.
talking about menopausal this year.
But sharing is caring,
Absolutely,
and each one of us, it's affected very differently. It's the same thing, but nobody has ever gone through it the same way.
Exactly.
So sharing everything helps everybody else
absolutely.
out, and that's again building this community, isn't it? So it's been fabulous tonight. Thank you, everybody that's joined in. It's been lovely. Sorry we've run over. Sorry, Lewis. Your tea's a bit cold.
Sorry we've rambled on a bit, but I've got loads of ideas that I'm going to nip to the supermarket and get loads of puddings for tea tonight.
I have.
It's all about the puddings
What was
tonight,
that
ladies.
one about the pecan? What's it? The pistachio pecan
Now
something
that
or
is
other.
a lot of comments back, so we're going to have to scroll a bit. We're not going to make everybody wait for that
tomorrow.
one. Yeah, we'll find that.
That sounds interesting. We'll
Thank
see
you
all
guys.
in the morning.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.